I'm Mike Bruck, sitting in for Johnny B. Welcome to Sports Talk. And now we have the McKinney Boyd basketball coaches. We have Jeremy Josey and Rochelle Vaughn. Welcome to Sports Talk. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, Coach Josey, you're new to McKinney ISD. Tell us a little bit about yourself and where you came from.
Well, this is my 12th year teaching and coaching. Prior to this, I was the head basketball coach out in Sulphur Springs the last 2 years. Kind of took a program over there and got it going in the right direction, took them to the playoffs last year. Prior to that, I spent the last 8 years working my way up through the Allen basketball program. I was at Allen High School from 2004 to 2012. Started as freshman coach there, became junior varsity, and eventually varsity assistant. So prior to that, just kind of started out doing the middle school thing, just kind of getting my first job. So very happy to be here in McKinney Boyd.
Now, you came in late in the spring, so you really didn't get a lot of practice time with the kids. What was your focus when you started this school year? I mean, was it as simple as let's get to know each other, or did you have to start hitting X's and O's right away? I got hired actually last May, and I was fortunate enough to actually start coming over here. So I kind of got to start the whole process of getting to know the guys, building those relationships, because that was the first most important thing with us, me and my staff, because we're a brand new staff. We were the third coach in 3 years for these guys, and that's a tough situation no matter what. And so we got to start building that relationship, getting to know the guys, hopefully communicating with them as much as possible. This fall, we more or less tried to establish a work ethic. That was our first thing, first and most important thing, because we kind of have a motto, there are no shortcuts. The only thing that we can do is just work hard, and everything else take care of itself. So working on that all fall and pretty much to get to games. Pretty much. That's kind of what we did. We did boot camp for about the first month and kind of get the guys in shape, kind of establish a little bit of the culture that we wanted to have here with our program. And after that, it's been really a primary focus on defense. Keeping it simple as possible with our guys this year, especially like we talked about, being a new coach, new staff, and everything. Simple is kind of our philosophy with that. Now, Coach Vaughn, this is your third year in McKinney ISD. What did you work on at the end of last year? How did last year end that had an impact on your focus for this year?
Well, for us, we kind of finished the season really strong. We made the playoffs. We won our last 4 games to make the playoffs. And then we played Richardson, and that was eye-opening for our freshmen and our sophomores who are getting a lot of playing time this year. So going into the summer and to this fall, we worked a lot on being in shape because we wanted to press the entire time. And we wanted our young girls to have that experience of being in shape, having some skills to run our different offensive set this year, that we do a lot of screening, a lot of read and reacting. So we put that in.
Now, who are some of the people that you had last year that are returning that you're really counting on to contribute?
Our point guard, Jordan Hernandez, is one of them. Emily Disney, she's our senior leader. Those two are our captains. And then we have some sophomores, a group of 4. Carly Kaufman, Michaela Keeney, Kennedy Perry, and Julia Howe are our 4 sophomores who are getting a lot of playing time, along with our 2 other seniors, and Lauren DeBoo and Kaylee Garza. That's the bulk of our team. Now,
where are you counting on most of your scoring coming from? Inside, outside?
Hopefully off our defense.
All right.
We spend a lot of time on defense every single day. We try to press because for us in the district that we're in, we have to force people to do things they're not comfortable doing to try to generate our offense. So we do a lot of pressing, try to get in transition. We have a couple of knockdown shooters we set some plays for, but mostly we just play off our defense.
Now, Coach Josey, who are you looking at to help contribute starting off this year?
Really, we are, we're already 12 games into it, and it's been a collective group. We don't have an individual scorer who scores more than 9 points a game. If you look at our box scores, it's 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6. And similar to Coach Vaughn, our style is really off of our defense. We want to play, smothering defense in the half court, and hopefully use that to get out and run. Because in our district, like Coach Vaughn, we are definitely undersized. Our goal is to try to get out and hopefully score in transition as quick as possible. If it's not, then we're going to, hopefully run some type of our motion offense where we kind of pass and cut and pass and move and use our quickness to our advantage and get a quality shot. So.
Now, Coach Vaughn, so far you're sitting at a record of 6 and 7, and already started district play, but let's hold off on that for a second. What were you looking to gain from your non-district games? I mean, were you trying to play really tough teams? Were you trying to get experience, or were you trying to get confidence? What were you looking for?
Yeah, I think for us, our biggest thing was trying to get our girls experience. Everybody we played, I think, is going to make the playoffs. Maybe not Sherman, but the other teams that we played, they all make the playoffs. So for us, we want our girls to kind of get thrown into the fire because we knew our district was going to be really tough. And we had to experience that early, so we got to district, we'll be ready.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough district. Now, Coach, what were you looking for from your pre-district schedule?
Just really to establish some consistency with the way we play. And that's been our biggest struggle. Sometimes we look really great, and we'll look good for 2 quarters, and in 2 quarters we look like we've gone back 5 steps. We were also trying to make sure we have a little success, which we did, and before we prepare for district.
Now, has there been a game that stands out to you, or a tournament that you've been to so far that you really feel like, you know what, they're getting what I'm saying to them?
Like we talked about, some games we look like we, are doing exactly what we're supposed to do. For example, we went to a Roy City tournament just this last weekend, had a good Saturday, won 2 games that day, played a very athletic Terrell team, had a lot of success. We looked exactly like what we want to do. And then we come out Tuesday night against Naaman Forest, which is similar in our size and athleticism. It was a win for us, but we didn't necessarily play the way we wanted to play. But that's part of the process, part of the steps that you got to take in order to establish a little bit of success in your program. And more importantly, our guys learned how to win at home, which is a tough thing to do as well. And
the positive there is you got a teaching moment out of it.
We've had a
win, but a teaching moment.
We've had a lot of teaching moments this year, But every day like we talk about, our goal is simple. Every day we just try to get better, no matter what it is. Just get better. We don't really talk about wins and losses with us. It's just get better. If we do that, everything else take care of itself.
I know. What about the Lady Broncos, Coach Vaughn? What games stand out in your mind, either as something that shows you they're getting it, or something, ooh, we really need to work on that?
Well, for us, we went to a Frisco tournament, and we finished 5th out of 32 teams, and we haven't done that before. So that was kind of like a light bulb moment for our girls, and they were really excited about that, for us to just keep winning and winning. And then we came back and played in Collin County tournament, and we had a little setback. We played Plano West, but for us, it was just about handling that adversity of, we know we're going to see them again, we know they're in our district, and how are you going to respond? So our biggest thing was just getting better, like as Coach Josey said, every single day with our young players, and our seniors kind of stepping up and helping them.
Now, you've already started district play. In fact, you've played 3 games already?
Yes.
That's moving pretty fast, but it's a big district. Before the district started, who were you handicapping? Who were you thinking were the top 2 or 3 teams that you really had to shoot for?
Well, Plano West and Flower Mound were picked to win it. They had us picked last, so we knew we had to try to beat some teams ahead of us, like a Louisville or Hebron. We marked Allen as our first game, which we happened to win at home because we wanted to start off pretty well. Right. And that kind of helped. Our girls were excited about it. We got a pretty good win at home because you want to protect your house. That's always been our goal, is to win our own home games and then beat some people we're not supposed to beat on paper.
And hopefully you can protect the house there when you play them. Bring
exactly.
those teams here and beat them at McKinney Boyd. Coach, what about you? Now, you've only started district play 1 game. You had 1 game.
We had Plano West on Friday night.
That's a tough team to start a district with, right?
Yes,
boys
sir.
Or girls.
Boys or girls. Boys or girls, right? Yes, sir. We went to their place. Of course, they did a great job there. They have a great crowd and, lots of highlights. But our guys really came out and competed. I was very pleased with the way we played. And we battled to the end, and we made sure that we did the things that we needed to do. More importantly, like we talked about in our post-game chat with our guys, is that we got better that game. Yes, it was a 19-point loss, but we got better because we didn't back down. We didn't allow them to push us around, even though their height was tremendous to ours. We didn't allow that to be an excuse, and that's one of our big things. We say no excuses, no explanations.
Now, is Plano West considered the cream of the crop in this district?
Yes, sir, they are. They're ranked number 1 in state. I think probably 3 or 4 in the nation. They have a lot of height. They go 6'10", 6'7", 6'8", 6'6", and 6'2" on their 5 starters. So they're definitely picked number 1. And in fact, out of our district of 9 teams, I want to say at least 5 of them, maybe 6, are ranked in the top 20 in state. So, but like we talked about, we don't let that. We just got to take that and absorb that and make that a challenge for us, and understand that that's awesome. We get to go play against the greatest competition in the state of Texas. And if you don't look at it any other way, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
And each game's a new opportunity.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Every game's a new opportunity, and like we talked about, just get better this game.
Now, Coach, let's talk about your holiday plans, then we'll go back to your action this week. But do you have any tournaments you're going to over the holidays? Yeah,
we're going to go to Duncanville and play in an Invitational, 29th through the 31st.
That's a huge tournament.
Yep, we're going to go do that one. And we have a couple of district games over the break as well.
What do you have coming up this week?
We have Plano East this Friday, and then we follow up with Plano on the 23rd. We have the same schedule.
Oh, all right. Now, is Plano East, is that going to be at home, or is that going to be at Plano East?
It's at Plano East.
So on Friday?
Yes, sir.
Of this week, the 19th, you'll be playing at Plano East, and and you guys are playing at the same venue now?
The boys are playing at home.
Oh, boys will be
side.
at home. Okay, all right. So you're away this Friday. You'll be at home this Friday
Yes, sir.
against Plano East.
We got 7:30 Plano East.
And the 23rd.
We play we actually play the 23rd. Yes, we'll play at Plano at 2 o'clock. Plano Senior.
All right, and then you'll be
Here at 2 o'clock.
Here at 2 o'clock. All right, well, that's good to know. All right, well, once again, we'd like to say thank you for the coaches from McKinney Boyd Basketball, Rochelle Vaughn and Jeremy Josey, coming out and having a share a talk or two with Sports Talk.